On the news tonight, President of the Senate seeks International Parliamentary Union's voice on ending conflicts in Gaza. Wife of Lagos State Governor empowers over 300 widows people living with disabilities from 5 divisions. Good evening. You're welcome to NTA Ijebu ode news at 7. I'm Titilayoke. Thanks for staying with us. Now the news in details. The federal government is reassuring Nigerians of quality healthcare delivery system and state-of-the-art infrastructural facilities in federal government-owned health institutions across the country. Minister of the State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Tunji Alausa, gave the assurance while handing over an oxygen power plant to the Federal Medical Center, Ijebu ode, Ogun State. Yelida Limon reports.
The Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Tunji Alausa, who expressed the commitment of the federal government to provision and expansion of healthcare infrastructure, notes that the oxygen plant will go a long way in assisting FMC Abeokuta to meet the oxygen needs of Nigerians using the facility. Represented by the Director of Hospital Services, Federal Ministry of Health, Dr. Jimoh Salaudeen, the minister assured of more healthcare facilities across the country.
You will realize that no minister mentioned something as regards to the issue of cancer. About 6 zones in the country are going to benefit from equipment that will be helping in managing cancer. So as regards to all these initiatives, expect more.
Financier of the project, Global Fund Initiative, represented by Mark Eddington, commended FMC Abeokuta, Ogun State and Nigeria for the sustained effort towards the establishment of a sturdy healthcare infrastructure to serve Nigerians.
The last 10 years in particular, we have seen some really good results. We've seen people on antiretroviral therapy living of HIV go from about 15% to over 80%. We've seen TB active case finding go from probably one of the lowest in the world. But overall, we've seen receptivity. But the most important thing for the Global Fund is we're seeing results.
Global Fund came along and they've supported us. They provided lots of cylinders of oxygen for us, but they've now made it more sustainable by ensuring that we now have oxygen plants, and not only having plants, the oxygen is piped to the patient's bedside.
Morbidity mortality associated with lack of oxygen will be greatly reduced. So we are very grateful to the federal government, Global Fund and the state governor.
Installation of the oxygen power plant was conceived in 2020 in response to the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic and now being implemented as a proactive measure to prevent the emergence of similar pandemics in the country.
President of Nigeria's Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has called on the International Parliamentary Union to lend a strong voice to the restoration of lasting peace in war-torn Gaza. The report.
Akpabio made a call while contributing to discussions at the ongoing 148th session of the International Parliamentary Union Assembly holding in Geneva, Switzerland. He said it is a time for nations to rise above sentiments and invoke the spirit of humanity by doing all that is required to bring sustainable peace to the region. Akpabio says some of the resolutions should include access to humanitarian aid, restoration of normal life to Gaza, as well as meetings on a permanent truce.
To have smooth conduct of national census when it's rescheduled, the House of Representatives is following up on the state of preparedness of key players to be involved in the exercise. To this end, an investigative hearing on the money expended for the planned 2023 census is being tracked by the House of Committee on Population. National Assembly correspondent Muhammad Rabiu reports.
In 2023, the House of Representatives deliberated on the census matter. This followed a motion by Dominic Okafor calling on the House to investigate the 200 billion naira alleged to have been expended on the postponed 2023 population and housing census by the National Population Commission.
Investigate how and where and why.
This investigative hearing seeks, among other things, to provide accurate information on the postponement and all petitions laid by lawmakers, individuals and civil societies on the matter.
We have been on our toes preparing for the conduct of the census. And we've carried out these activities, and we're almost on the verge of conducting census in May, when it was postponed to the time that the new administration has come in and settled down and take ownership in the preparation for the census.
After we go through this exercise, which is the spending, if you are able to justify to Nigerians that you have utilized this money judiciously.
The committee therefore resolved to carry out on-the-spot assessment to the Commission in Abuja and other 36 states of the Federation with a view to having a best census. The last national census was conducted in 2006. From the National Assembly, Muhammad Rabi Ready, NTA News.
We'll be back shortly after the break. Don't go away.
No, goodbye. Uncle! Uncle, meet Andy. He has come to ask for my hand in marriage.
Good morning and good afternoon, sir. What about good night? Are you seeing a movie? What nonsense!
Son, you are in control.
No, sir. It's my parents in the village. I'm doing a video call since they can't be here.
Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ jẹ́ àǹfààní ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́fà owó ìpè ọ̀fẹ́ àti àfikún ìdá ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀rin ní gbogbo ìgbà tó o bá fowó sórí ẹ̀rọ ìpè rẹ pẹ̀lú àfikún tó tó ìdá ọgọ́rùn-ún lórí ètò dátà. Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ ètò ìpè àti dátà tó nípọn lẹ̀ bí orí àjànàkú.
Hi, Zara.
Ramon, come and help me. You can sell her now to be able to break our fast this evening.
Ramon, have this. This is what you have to do. You understand? This is what you have.
Zara.
Ramadan, watan samladane. Nasoda kaunane marabauta dashi.
Ramon, me haka. Ramon.
Oh, don't worry. Things don't matter. It can be wiped off with just one wash.
Okay. Thank you.
Zara.
Ramadan Kareem. Ramadan Kareem.
Welcome back. We apologize for the loss of audio. About 350 Lagos residents drawn from 5 divisions of the state have been empowered with various vocational tools that will help reduce poverty and foster economic growth, especially among the vulnerable and less privileged in the society. Ijebu ode reports that this initiative of the wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Ijebu ode, is part of our commitment to the well-being and prosperity of every individual in the state, the report.
Residents, including widows, persons living with disabilities, and the less privileged, now have a ray of hope as the First Lady of Lagos State and wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Ijebu ode, put smiles on faces of the vulnerable and less privileged in the society by providing empowerment support with vocational tools ranging from hairdressing kits, popcorn machines, tailoring machines, amongst others, to improve the quality of life. One of the beneficiaries, Sonia Olu Abdurrahman, a visually impaired person who is into soap making, says,
Happy and excited that I can now do my work.
I have learned this work, but no equipment to use. But for today, I'm happy that I have this work. So I work with it. I'm moving to start a business with my mom and my cousin, and I will make everything possible to save money and also empower people around me.
Dr. Bijoke Sanwo, while presenting the tools to the beneficiaries, appealed to individuals and private organizations to cushion the efforts of government at this critical period by rendering support to deserving individuals.
Also aware that these things, the prices are going up every day. So it will be very, very unfair, for you to get and then just sell it off. Please use it and also use it to feed somebody else. This mega empowerment will further strengthen the bond between our people and the government, as well as accelerate greater economic growth. It is a catalyst for change, a beacon for hope, for all those striving to break the chains of poverty and inequality. Challenges will come, but be strong-minded and be positive and going somewhere.
The empowerment scheme of the First Lady of Lagos State is the 5th in series. In Lagos, S.A. Awamaka, NTA News.
Christians have been admonished to make God their solid rock, establish their faith stronger in Him, and be obedient if they must experience divine turnaround. The President Pentecostal Sanctuary Bible Ministry worldwide, Prophet Sunday Dare Inyoda, gave this charge at the annual convention and Thanksgiving service held at the church campground, Zion City, Erewon, Aton Road, Ijebu Ode. Anthony Gandoni reports that about 70 members of the church were also ordained. The reports.
The service, which climaxed the week-long activities marking the 28th anniversary and the 22nd annual convention of Pentecostal Sanctuary Bible Ministries, was opened to all members, including the children, to participate. Guest preacher, Bishop Stephen Olalekan from Rehoboth Assembly, Abeokuta, took his sermon from the book of Ezekiel chapter 37 verse 31. Both guest preacher and president of the ministry, Prophet Sunday Ijebu ode, also pronounced prophetic messages and prayers on the congregation.
Only size. They have sizes. They have barricades. Battery. They don't cross such level. You will be the first. Your children shall be the first. You go beyond the boundaries of your generation. I prophesy as I'm commanded. I hear this. If you believe in the ministry of this commission, it's prophetic. 2 Chronicles 20 verse 26. When you believe the prophet, you will establish. And you believe his word, you will prosper. Prosperity is coming your way. I said prosperity is coming your way. In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Ghost.
For the expansion of the ministry, 3 deacons and deaconess were upgraded into the office of assistant pastor and 14 others ordained into the offices of deacons and deaconesses.
They are not to be like Gehazi. They are people that are to be like Elisha. They paid the price. They are people that waited upon the Lord. So they don't go back. They are committed people, addicted people. That's the people they place in place.
I have it in mind to work towards the work of God and make sure that I help the work of God to grow in the mighty name of Jesus.
Mo gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe dáadáa
láti má ṣe jẹ́ kójú ti òjíṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tó ọ̀dẹ́ mi. So wọ́n dẹ̀ ti kọ́ wa dáadáa, a dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ ẹ̀kọ́, so mo dẹ̀ ní ìgbàgbọ́ wípé ẹ̀mí mímọ́ á tì wá lẹ́yìn.
The president of the church, Prophet Sunday Inyuande, and wife, Dr. Mrs. Olufunmilayo Inyuande, charged the inductees to live up to expectations, especially in the area of evangelism for the growth of the church and the kingdom of God.
To be a genuine, reliable, who follow the patterns of Christ. There's not fake pastors that are coming around, not fake prophets that are trying to discredit the legacy that Jesus has placed on Christ.
You should abide in the principle of Christ for you to have total turnaround. That is the simple message. Everybody that loves God should endeavor to love Christ. And once you love Christ, Christ has gone, is alive, and is still coming back to judge us.
High point of the event was a thanksgiving to appreciate God as well as testimonies by members. In Ijebu Ode, Anthony Gandonu, NTA News.
Now to sports updates.
Team Nigeria finished second in its just concluded African Games in Accra, Ghana, with 47 gold, 33 silver and 40 bronze medals to finish behind eventual winners, Egypt. However, the eye-catching performances of Team Nigeria, especially in athletics, wrestling, weightlifting and boxing, has continued to draw commendations from Nigerians who expect the athletes to replicate the results in the forthcoming Olympics in Paris.
The early preparation, 1, 2, funding of those sports too, we help very much. When you put money into the right channels, exposure for all the athletes, will give us great medals and come Olympics. I can assure you that this time around, the Olympic in Paris 2024, watch out for Team Nigeria.
Nigeria participated in 25 sporting events in Accra, Ghana. Overall winners, Egypt, will host the prestigious African Games in 2027. In tennis, Andy Murray was knocked out of the Miami Open after a dramatic 5-7, 7-5, 7-6 last 32 defeat by Thomas Markach. The Briton secured his breakpoint to take 6-5 lead in the opening set before serving out to love. But Markach hit back to win second set and then clinched the match on a third set tie-break, having previously been broken when serving Grace. In the women's category, American Coco Gauff progressed to the round of 16 with a 6-3 win over Rishon Doden. Third seed Gauff will face Caroline Garcia, who defeated Japan's Naomi Osaka. With sports update, I'm Austin Edemodo, NTA News.
That's all we have for you for tonight, but before we go, let's take a look at the major stories. President of the Senate seeks International Parliamentary Union's voice on ending conflict in Gaza. Wife of Lagos State Governor empowers over 300 widows, people living with disabilities from 5 divisions. That's all we have for you for tonight. So we'll meet next time. I remain Titilayoke. Have a nice rest.
Hello, my bro. Man, the rain is so heavy here. And there's so much traffic. I think we should go score now.
Not a chance. Aisha.
We don't quit, guys. I'll be there.
Done.
Two files received.
I'm on my way. Take first right in 50 meters and you're there.
Copy that. Aisha, where are you?
Guess where?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Move. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Runway X.
The future of fashion showcasing.
Very impressive. How did you pull that off?
With Nigeria's top tech talents.
And Glow.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow with pride.